I've been using the iPhone 15 Pro for 7-8 months now, and as a filmmaker, videographer, call it as you wish. My main intention for buying this phone was the camera and its ability to shoot high quality videos. When I bought it, I put it to the test next to the Lumix GH5, the camera that I'm recording on right now, and then to a cinema camera, a Redcam model. If you want to watch any of these videos, you can find them up here. And probably if you're in the filmmaking industry, you also may be on the verge of buying one of these things. So, after using it for almost an year, take this video as a guide for what is it good for and what is it not so good for. Let's start with the obvious. You know, as good as the camera on this phone is, I don't find myself that often using it as the main camera on most of the projects I'm working on. But when it comes to BTS, shooting what is behind the scenes, on set, while filming, setting up lights, etc, this phone is really all I need. First of all, it is extremely fast and convenient to just take it out of your pocket and shoot whatever you want to shoot. You don't have to change lenses, it is small and it doesn't take extra space, and also you can get close-ups, wide shots, you can also make photos. So if you need to get BTS for your productions, for a YouTube channel, or just to show your activity online, this phone is what you need. We all want to make the creative shots, but not always we have the time or the gear to set up an overhead tripod for just one shot, or just the space that we are working with is too small to fit a camera body with a lens. And that's when this phone really comes in handy. In a recent video of mine of making a DIY couch, I actually started the whole film with this one shot of the overhead shot of the couch, and I used exactly this phone, and I would say it worked out pretty good. So for any creative shots that you may want to incorporate into your videos, this phone works as a charm. You can just use a piece of tape, stick it to the ceiling in a matter of seconds, maybe it needs a bit more, and it just makes life so much easier. And speaking of making life easier, I'm excited to share with you that this video is sponsored by Motion Array, a digital asset platform that have it all, from footage to sound effects and music, any graphic templates. But one of the coolest features is that they have over 50 curated plugins that you can download and straight away use on any editing platform. Adobe Premiere, After Effects, DaVinci, Final Cut. And with those plugins you can elevate your videos however you want. Let's say you want to make it a bit more vintage. With just one click you can add chromatic aberration. Or you want to add film grain, film damage, shutter effect. Or maybe you want to sharpen up the footage you have. Guess what? One click. And those are just a small portion of all the plugins they have. So, if you want to spice up your videos and get 50 bucks off of annual subscription, which is a pretty good deal, go to the link in my description and sign up for Motion Array. Let's move on. Alright, so let's jump to the not so bright side of shooting with this phone. In order to get the best quality of it, you have to shoot in ProRes, so that you can manipulate the colors however you want. And also, if you want to put it on a big screen, you gotta shoot in 4K, right? But that results in a larger files, like 30 seconds is something about 3 gigabytes. And having in mind that you're also gonna store personal files and photos and apps on this phone, you have to think about buying it with a bigger storage, which will additionally increase the already high enough price. Now, because it is with a Type-C, you can plug in an SSD and record on it, but I really don't find myself doing that at all. The bright side when speaking about storage and files is that if you're using a Mac for editing, transferring files is the easiest thing ever. You don't need to deal with cloud storage, downloading files, etc. You just airdrop it and you can start with your editing right away. Now, where this phone really shines is that it can shoot everything, everywhere in a mesmerizing way. Does it perform good in low light? Even better than many cameras out there. Can you post-grade the footage and adjust it so that you will achieve the colors that you want? Yes, indeed. Would a cinema camera with a bigger sensor have a better dynamic range than the phone? For sure, yes. Stabilizing the footage while running, no worries at all. Now, would a gimbal with a camera on it be a better stabilizer? Probably yes, but also will be a huge piece of gear that you cannot take everywhere you want. See, there are many instruments out there that will outperform this phone for a specific task. But if you are speaking for an instrument that can handle many tasks at the same time, for me, there is no better match than this phone right here. If you're just starting with filmmaking and you're wondering, should I buy an iPhone 15 Pro or should I buy a DSLR mirrorless, any kind of camera? You should go with the camera, even if it's an older version, as you will be able to better grasp the idea and concept of filming, of changing lenses, of adjusting settings, of having an actual camera in your hands, of adjusting the ISO, the aperture, the focus length, etc, etc. So if you're just starting and you want to progress into filmmaking and you have a limited budget, buy yourself a camera. Now, on the other side, if you're a filmmaker and you're looking to add another instrument in your filmmaking toolkit that will save you time, this is the stuff that I would go with. So far, I don't find regrets. I will finish off with this. This phone, any phone in that matter, any camera, it is just an instrument. And what really matters are the hands that are holding it and how they're going to use it. So be wise, use what you have, and if you're able, upgrade, invest into better gear, but don't overthink it. Alright, I thought this video will be shorter, but here we are. Thank you for sticking by till the end, and hopefully if you're on the verge of buying an iPhone 15 Pro, I have gave you more clarity on is it for you or is it not. Other than that, thank you for watching, and if you're new to this channel, I would highly appreciate it if you subscribe to it, like the video, comment down below something, and I will see you in the next video.